Hey, how's it going, boys? What is up? Sora's back once again for another character impressions. This time we have Colossus, the third one, right? Because we had Tiamat and Yugu before this. Now we have Colossus, and now we're gonna wait for Leviathan's turn, right? But yeah, Colossus obviously is fire. His attack base is primal, sure, but he has a lot of attack. He has a lot of attack. Holy damn, 11 freaking ass 930 HP. No HP at all. He has sword and axe. Well, it's kind of normal. Ground shatter. Unworldly fire damage to a foe. Wow. Unworldly. Removes 2 buffs. Wow, he can dispel 2. Can only be used when charge bar is at 200. Oh, he has 200 charge bar. Wow, shit, okay. Flashpoint, first skill. Man, that's a nice icon. Holy damn. Fire damage to a foe. Uplift effect to caster. Huh. Wow, 3 turns downtime? Wait, 2 turns downtime? Second skill's force field. Fire damage to all foes. 1000% boost to caster's defense. Okay, this one is a little bit of a meme. 1000% boost to defense. Okay. Standby mode removes all debuffs from caster. Go into standby mode. 200% boost to charge bar. Can only be used when heat level is at max. Resolute reactor activates at the end of turn. Colossus will be knocked out upon activation. Wow. Oh. So he Sudokus? So apparently Colossus can go Sudoku, I see. What's the cooldown on this? Wait, why am I asking for cooldown? He dies anyway. Sweltering armor. Is that how you pronounce that? Sweltering armor. High charge bar maximum limit. Can only use charge attack when charge bar is at 200. Oh, so you can use it at 100? Boost to attack when hit and hit to defense based on hit level. Hit level rises every 1 turn. Oh. Dutiful metal. When standby mode ends, Resolute Reactor activates. 700% fire damage to all foes. Burn effect. Burn boost to all allies fire attack. Colossus will be knocked out. Huh. I guess you're not gonna press that button, huh? So it doesn't look like you can increase his thing at all, huh? You can't increase his heat level unless you just wait at the end of turn. Huh. Interesting. Can we get more of these kind of characters in every element though? I would like someone to have like a suicide bomber. I mean Vera is one already, right? So can we get like for water and earth too? Rakam is not it, okay? We need a better, easier fucking character to die instead of Rakam, okay? But either way, this is not too bad, I think. Unworldly has a very high cap too, either way. Yeah. I mean, Unworldly usually have a very high cap, but the only problem is that you must use it only at 200%. I'm more like you can only use Ogi at 200%. You can use it below that. I mean, his second skill is kind of like whatever though. Yeah, I feel like his second skill is kind of like a meme. Because it's not like he has substitute or anything, right? I mean, he's just giving himself 1000% defense, right? I don't know. I really don't understand his second skill. I was really thinking that he would have substitute or something. Yeah, how much does this do though? Maybe that's why. Yeah, I mean like, because it does look like his boost to attack is really high, but he has minus defense, right? So I guess this makes sense. Around the same value. Well, that's still a lot though. If it's the exact same value, that's even worse. Because that's technically like minus 100%. 75 to 100% is really high. I guess that's why this makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it does look like you just want to nuke fast with him, but at the same time, I kind of feel like you can actually make use of him like in the long run too. Because his cooldown doesn't look like it's that long. I feel like you can, but I think it's better off using it in like fast rotations, I suppose. You can kind of use him for OTK if you have problems, I suppose, but instead of using Huanglong, you need to use fish instead, right? If you want him to work, you need to use fish. You can't use Huanglong. You need fish. And this is gonna be really, really strong though. That's okay, I guess. Why is this a katana? Isn't that a sword? How is that a katana? Even he's holding it. He has. Hello? Side games? What logic is this? I don't understand. It's the exact same weapon, and he clearly mentioned he's using a sword. So why is this a katana? What the fuck? But yeah, it clearly looks like an exact copy of Gandalf's sword for Earth. So I guess that's cool if you want to have that specific setup, and it so happen if you're using what's that, Highlander grid or something. I think that would be kind of cool. His sword is pretty cool for Highlander grids, I would say, because usually you only have like, because that kind of because this thing only can have up to 20% max, right? You usually only have Anubis staff either way. Then with this katana, then you get 20%. Then with all the other cap, the sun and shit, man, sounds pretty crazy. I think the Essa combo is just gonna hit so much if you're using the Highlander grid. I think double charge bar, 2 crits, attack, even more attack and lesser defense, Ogi damage. I wouldn't touch the charge bar if I'm using him for OTK though. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using the charge bar, because you'll be using fish anyway, right? For OTK stuff, it's better to just use fish and just get 200% straight. So technically it's a lot better to just max out his attack. Then again, it's like, do you really need that much attack though? I mean, he gets so much damage already, right? Does he really need that amount of attack though? Because like, if you get these two maxed out, get this maxed out, or at least some points into this, yeah, I don't even think you need that much Ogi damage, because his modifiers is relatively high for attack, and then this as well. I don't even think you need this. I feel like you can just make do with this too, and fire attack I think is more than enough. Crit, I don't even think you need that. I guess if you want to use him as a normal unit, you don't want him to, you don't really want to kill him that quickly or whatever, or try to like get him alive as much as possible. I guess you could put like some defense and HP, and I guess charge bar would be important as well in that case, because I feel like this is not needed. I don't think he really needs attack either, because he has fucking 11,000 attack as well, so I'm pretty sure you don't even need any of this. If you want to use him as a normal unit, you can just max out his charge bar, put some defenses and HP just to get him have extra self-sustain or whatever, so he can withstand some extra hits, so he doesn't die that quickly or something, if you're going for that is. If not, just go for damage, I guess. Doesn't feel like you need it, but I guess for turn 1 it makes a difference, I suppose. You can just go for attack and more attack. Yeah, I don't think you need any of this, because his modifier seems really high. He has really high stats as well. If you give him like a shitty ring as well, I'm pretty sure you get really well good numbers on him too. So yeah, I mean, it really depends, I guess. If your grid still sucks so much dick, then I guess you kind of want to put in those EMP, I guess, to get your damage more like consistent, I guess. But either way, he seems okay. He seems okay. I'll just plunk him in under situational, that's for sure. I mean, because in my opinion, I feel like I'm only gonna use him for OTK stuff, or at most just up to 5 turns kind of shit. So I don't really think there's much people who actually try to keep him alive that long. I guess if you have like all the new weapons and shit, and you're using a Highlander as well, even one Shiva bow is already enough. And if you use fish, I'm pretty sure he can do a lot of damage. He's really good for OTK, that's for sure. He's probably like a much better character to have for OTK instead of Ganda, I think. Yeah, either way is like, I would rather just use him for OTK, in short. Anything else seems relatively mediocre. He would definitely hit really hard though. His nuke is okay as well. The uplift is great, I suppose, just to speed him up if you're planning to nuke at turn 5, right? I'm pretty sure you can get to 200% in turn 5, right? Unless you somehow single attack like crazy, but I doubt so, right? Oh, it's 50%. Yeah, 50% still really hurts though. I mean, if it's around 50%, minus 50% defense is really, really painful. So it's like, if you really want to use him normally, you have to negate it somehow with your EMP. But if not, yeah, it's better off just using him as OTK or like short, very, very short bursty fights. Yeah, I know. I mean, this kind of skill for usually when it comes to like skills that the character sudokus himself, you know, like the likes of like Freezy or Vera, right? They make a very significant turn. I mean, even without me knowing the data, I'm pretty damn sure it should do like that. If it doesn't do like that, something is fucking wrong with the character. Because I know Vera and Freezy does that. Whenever they die, like they do those kind of stuff, right? I'm pretty certain they have very huge numbers. So yeah, I think that's really what I wanted to say about this character. There's really not much to say about him too, honestly. It's just all about him being an OTK short bursty character, which he's meant to be, and he's really good at it. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, Pepega. Bye bye.